I'm here at Bekonscot Model Village, a small attraction in the middle of Beaconsfield in Buckinghamshire. This miniature village has been around since the late 1920s when it was opened by Roland Callingham, a London accountant who wanted a miniature village in his back garden, but this was in 1927, 2 years before the opening of the oldest running model village in the world.
Bekonscot Model Village was started by a gentleman called Roland Callingham. He was a London accountant and a bit of an entrepreneur. He was into model making and he started making his models at home, and then they got too much for home, so he built a lake, and then he had 2 tennis courts over by where the tea room is now. The high society would come down, they would play tennis and have a swim, and he started by getting models, putting models out, and after a while he had the railway, put in a little gauge run railway, and that's really how it started. And after several models and several sort of scenes that he made, it was decided, well, why don't you open it to the public? So in August 1929 it was open to the public. We've been going ever since, and we are the oldest model village in the world. But basically that's how the model village started. We've had over 15 million visitors since 1929, and we're still going strong. We get about 150,000 to 170,000 visitors each year.
I'm here to interview the staff and find out what happens behind the scenes at Bekonscot Model Village and get their opinion on the village itself.
Being a managing director entails managing the village basically. We have 17 full-time staff and 22 casual staff, and the casuals come in at weekends and holidays. But it is anything from managing the finances through to it could be looking at the gardeners, the model makers, the engineers. We've got one lady, Lorraine, who makes all the figures. So it's really going around talking to them, and any ideas they have they sort of pass through myself, and any day-to-day running of the village.
Well, being a model maker, I make the figures for the village, and what I do is I start off with something I want to mould. I mould it in a silicone rubber, and then once the rubber's set, I've got the mould which lasts for probably about 2-3 years, and I continuously make different components and parts, and to do that I use a 2-part liquid that forms into a resin and makes the component or the model that I'm particularly after that particular day.
And a lot of maintenance, right, ranging from mowing, weeding. I mean, our title is gardeners here, but obviously we turn our hand to a bit of all sorts. So it could be anything from tarmacking, widening paths,
clipping the little trees.
Yeah, setting in rocks. There's a lot of hedging, large and small, all around the perimeter, which can take anything up to 6 weeks solid if we decide to do it in one hit.
Currently working on the funicular railway here, which will be a new part of the village. Goes in the new town. We are just about to open for the forthcoming season, so it's now tidying up, maintenance, getting things ready for the public when they come in.
My most favourite and memorable part, I don't have a favourite part as such. I like it all. I am a bit of a train enthusiast, so I suppose the gauge run railway and the sit-on railway are one of my favourites. But I don't particularly have any one particular item.
I think the best part I most enjoyed making is the new town It's been on and off project for a number of years, but it's almost complete now. And as everything looks new and it's all spick and span, and it's just started to weather in now, which actually looks quite nice.
It was quite a big area to do, wasn't it? So that was quite challenging.
Yeah, quite a large percentage of the overall village size.
Do I think people can escape and come into this fantasy world? Yes, I think that they can. I think they do. Because you walk up the drive, and if it's your first time, you don't know what you're coming to. But you turn the corner, and there in front of you is the model village, and it's the wow factor. I've been near the entrance and heard people when they walk in and they see it for the first time. And once you come in and you walk up probably about another 5 metres, there is a little gauge on railway, and again that is very good, and the announcements, and again that captures people's mind as well.
Well, I suppose most of the people that come here can do, to come into a fantasy world and get away from the hustle bustle of the day.
Bekonscot is aimed at all ages. There's got to be an interest for everyone, from trains for the young and for the older, as a hobby. Gardening, the children won't appreciate the gardens, youngsters, but the older age would. Again, the models, the buildings, it's more of a hobby for perhaps the older person.
So it started out as a hobby, wasn't it? And the Roland Callingham, you know, just put his trains out, and a few buildings started appearing, and it's grown from there. So you know, if you're into that kind of thing, it's pretty good.
I think it's aimed at people that enjoy what Bekonscot's about. I don't think it's necessarily aimed at a particular age. I think all age groups can enjoy it.
How long have I been working at Bekonscot? I started on the 1st of April 1996, so it's quite a long time.
I've been working here for 24 years, since I left school. Come here, 2 weeks work experience, and then got offered a job. You've been here
nearly 20 years.
Yeah.
This year, I think.
I've been working at Bekonscot for 39 years.
I've been working here for well over 20 years. I started in 1992, but I haven't always been a model maker. I've done various other tasks.
Now that I've talked to the staff and found out what happens behind the scenes, I have more understanding about this magnificent place. Bekonscot Model Village is a small-scale village. There are miniature houses scattered all over 1 acre of land, the exact scale for a person to a house. Throughout the years, many people have come to Bekonscot. The Queen came here 3 times as a child, and more of the royal family have come throughout the years. The BBC have filmed many different episodes here. Talk's Model Britain TV advert, HSBC 2017 advert.
I'm so hot and bothered that I don't.
So, now I know a bit more about the history of Bekonscot and how this place works. I know I'll be back soon, won't you?